Welcome everyone to an awesome game between Matt Shield as the Empire versus Nevermore as the Dark Elves. This battle took place on Troll Country for a super close contest. So here in the front line with the Dark Elves, we'll be seeing 3 cheap units of Bleak Swords here with their silver shields, alongside 2 units of the anti-large Dread Spears, 1 here on either flank. 2 units of the Black Ark Corsairs with the armor and anti-infantry, and in the back, the double Scourge Runner Chariots here with the anti-large and armor-piercing missile strength. In the back, we are going to have the double terror-causing Ferromanticores in support of Morathi here on a Dark Pegasus. She will have the Wand, as well as Soul Stealer, Heartrender and the Darksworn, Enchanting Beauty, the Greater Arcane Conduit, Spiteful Conjugation, and also Life Leeching. For the back left pocket, we can see here 2 units of the cavalry, one being the Dark Rider Shields, and the second here being the Shanesh Harvesters, here with their Soul Stealer and Word of Pain. So, on the flank and the vanguard, we can see here 2 units of the Dark Rider Shields, one in the right-hand side, and one here on the left-hand side for the Dark Elves. But for the Empire, lovely layered here, but for the front line, leading the force by example, we can see here Marcus Wolfheart. Here with the Amber Bow, the Focus Shot, Hunter's Snare, and Fleet-Footed is quite the package. For the very front line, we can see 4 units of the Cheap Swordsman in support of the Unbreakable Sigma Suns as they protect up against the triple Anti-Large Huntsman. Here with their Stalk, going to be very good here at dealing with all units of cavalry. In the middle pocket, 3 units of the Anti-Large Spearmen with shields, protecting up against the double mortars and the nice ROR Silver Bullet Handgunners. In the back, the triple heavily armoured Empire Knights in support of the Bright Wizard. So today here, he will be having 2 spells with the Burning Head and Fireball. He'll also have Power Stone and Kindle Flame. So we're going to have some lovely layers here from the Empire and a nice push here from the Dark Elves. As we can see in the front line, Marcus Wolfheart is going to be taking some shots here into the Scourge Runner Chariots, doing some really nice work here early doors. And as we can see, the Bleak Swords really getting wrecked in the front line here by these mortars, as well as the oncoming Huntsman fire. Immediately breaking a model here is going to be Marcus Wolfheart. So nice work in the front, explosions on the front line, fire coming down here from the Huntsmen as they shoot into the Silver Shield. Bleak Swords doing some really nice work and damage here in the front line. 4 leadership for the Bleak Swords on the left-hand side already. Pushing right-hand side for a heavy flank is going to be Morathi here and the double Ferromanticores. Really trying to do an overload here, but as we can see, they are going to get into range of the silver bullets. So some nice gunfire going down here up against Morathi. She finds it very hard here to dodge up against all those nice armor-piercing missiles. Oh, some very nice work here from Nevermore pushing in with the Dark Riders, getting straight onto these mortars. That nice flank there in the back right is going to hop on and delete this mortar unit. On the left-hand side as well, the other Vanguarded unit is going to be popping onto the silver bullets, really getting rid of some expensive range units here in the pocket. Soul Stealer as well, which is really going to aid in deleting some of these Empire Knights and finishing off the silver bullets. We do have the Spearman nice and close, but a little bit of a late reaction here coming in from Matt Shield. In the pocket here, we can see the triple threat really trying to pop onto Marcus Wolfheart. Some big animation charges here from the Ferromanticores and Morathi, who actually does push into the Huntsman. Coming in here with her double abilities, and all of those debuffs are really going to aid here in the middle. Fireball going straight into the face of the Ferromanticore here from the Bright Wizard, as we get a nice push here from the Empire Knights, creating some space between the Manticores and Marcus Wolfheart. The front line is going to engage. Looks like we have Scourge Runner Chariots here popping straight through up against the Sigma Suns, doing some excellent damage here in the front with a Burning Head looking to come straight down the line. But the Burning Head is going to immediately turn away. That is so unfortunate here for Matt Shield and the Empire. That was looking like a gorgeous amount of damage here on the Black Ark Corsairs. Breaking here in the front line, we can see the Dark Riders fighting up against Spearmen. Not their best target, but certainly also holding back the Huntsmen at the same time. In the middle, we can see rampaging here is going to be the double Ferromanticores. One is going to break, the second is going to rampage, and looks like they're going to be in some big trouble here, pinned in by the heavy Empire Knights. Soul Stealer going down on Marcus, as well as the Bright Wizard, and some Spearmen here going to do some really nice work in the middle. On the right-hand side, we can see impeded are going to be the Huntsmen here by some Scourge Runner Chats. We have pushed in using the heavily armoured Empire Knights. Some Swordsmen at the front really trying to hold back up against the Bleak Swords and the Dread Spears. But it looks like here they are going to be cleaning up crew here with these chariots. For the main battle line here in the back, we can actually see one broken Ferret Manticore. In the middle, we can see the Huntsman shooting them, making sure that this Manticore does go off the edge of the map. Very close is going to be the Dark Rider shields. It does look like Murderous Prowess is going to be going off here for the Dark Elves, giving all those beautiful bonuses here to their stats. Moving into the battle now, as the front line is going to be won here by the Dark Elves. We need to keep clicking through here for these Bleak Swords. We need to shut down these Huntsmen, as they're going to be shooting here into the expensive Shanesh Harvesters. Morathi's pushing into aid up against these Empire Knights. 40% physical resistance here from the Shanesh Harvesters is not going to aid them whilst being shot here by the anti-large Huntsman shots. Burning Head here coming straight through the Bleak Swords and the Black Ark Corsairs. Lovely winter magic here coming out from the Empire player. In the back, though, it does look like we lost the Ferret Manticore. We're also going to be losing here the Empire Knights up against the nice Dark Rider shields. And another rampage here from the second Ferret Manticore as it does fly down into the floor. We're going to see Morathi aid as well. Nets going down on Morathi, as well as the Manticore and all the Black Ark Corsairs. Balance of power here is going to be in the Empire favour here in the mid-stage. We are going to be moving in the backside here with the Scourge Runner chariots. Very weak is going to be the Bright Wizard. 800 health for him. If we get a nice big fat charge, we do get a fat charge. That's going to break him more than likely here. 1 leadership, 5 leadership. No idea how he's still standing. But this man is a man of Empire. And he is going to break Shatter. And he's going to get caught in between. And that's going to be the winter magic there. Gone for Mr. Matt's shield. In the pocket, Morathi's super weak here. As you can see, a healing cap coming out already. 1,000 health for her as she's fighting here up against the Huntsman. She does manage to terrify using the Ferret Manticore, but this is absolutely unfortunate here. We can see the Marcus Wolfheart fighting hand-to-hand up against the Ferret Manticore is going to break him. He's going to go down to 150 health, and now Balance of Power pulls back to even. Moving in here with the Swordsman and the Mortar team to try and see if we can create a nice big... Oh no, Marcus Wolfheart goes down there in the middle. Unfortunately here, that front line is not going to be able to aid, as we can see that the Ferret Manticore will more than likely be going down here to the Empire Knights, but he's done his job. He's come in, he sniped Marcus Wolfheart, and in the sky we still have Morathi going. So happily taking that trade there. 1 Ferret Manticore there for the Lord of Marcus Wolfheart. And in the back here we can see the Black Ark Corsairs pushing off and breaking the Huntsman. But we have lost some Bleak Swords. We have some Spearmen left with the unit of the Scourge Runner Chariots and also some Empire Knights. Keep moving with these Scourge Runners, the Empire Knights can't catch them, and as long as we can keep sniping here with Morathi, we should do pretty well. In the back here, though, we do have 2 units of the Empire Knights, and that's pretty much the only thing left here for the Empire to really try and get back into this. Soul Stealer going down in the pocket, should do some really nice work there in the middle, hopefully can remove these models down to quite a small amount. But in the pocket here, we can see coming back are some silver bullets. Huntsman as well for the nice anti-large arrow shots, hopefully can help remove Morathi. Morathi's going to 1.5 kel. After that healing there from the Soul Stealer, but you can see the Empire Knights here going to fight up against Bleak Swords and also the Scourge Runner Chariots. A very close game here at this point. Balance of Power slightly pulling in for the Dark Elf favour. We are going to be breaking 2 of the Empire Knights. If we push them off, there'll be all of the mobility gone here for the Empire. A nice overlook here. We can see some Spearmen coming back, but we have Black Ark Corsairs Dread Spears up against 2 Spearmen and a unit of the Mortar team. We have broken here the Spearman shields in the middle with the nice Scourge Runner Chariots. Morathi here could help remove the Huntsman. Balance of Power heavily shifting into the Dark Elf favour now. After Morathi is going to stay at 1.2k health. A healthy unit of Swordsman coming back into the middle. Hopefully they can aid here in removing the front line, but they do need to meet up the remainders of this force. As we can see, 2 units are going to break. If they do get pushed off, it's looking pretty much endgame here for the Empire. Nice charge here in the front line from the heavily armoured Empire Knights as they do charge up against these armoured Dread Spears. They do fight here with the anti-large, trying to see if they can push off these Empire Knights and finish off the Empire. In moves Morathi here with her Dark Pegasus. Far too fast here for the Empire Knights. She is going to clear them out and actually cause army losses here for the Empire. Excellent game here between these two. Nevermore coming in with a clutch victory here at the end up against Matt's shield. As we can see for him, 955 damage value for Marcus Wolfheart, 370 for the Bright Wizard, 800, 411, and 355 for the Spearman shields. For the frontline Swordsman, 280, 207, 280, and 315 for the Sigma Sons. 1,900 here for the Huntsman with some excellent work there. 597, 1,200 as well, showing just how great Huntsman can really be. 577 here for the Silver Bullets, and for the Empire Knights, 830, 1,160, and 928. 256 and 296 here for the Mortars, and for me, I don't really see Mortars having too much benefit here in this matchup. I think I would prefer to see cannons, so they can delete here up against all the other cavalry. Mortars is a nice idea. I'm not a particular fan, I must admit. But as we can see here for Marathi, 88 kills, 2,000 damage value from her, of course. Very strong in the current meta. 306, 202, and 212 here for the Bleak Swords. And for the Dread Spears, 380 and 159. With the Black Ark Corsairs, 132 kills, 795 damage value. 115 kills for 530. 600 damage value for the Dark Rider Shields, 150 and 730. 730 here for the Shanesh Harvesters, with 1,400 for the Scorch Runner Chariot and 600 for the second. 1,041 for the Ferromanticore and 54 for the second, which unfortunately got pushed off pretty early doors. So GG's and well played to both these players. A really excellent game between these two. Don't often see Empire up against Dark Elves. And if you guys have any other replays that are just as uncommon, please feel free to send them in as well. So here, if you did enjoy this, please smash that like button. Drop a comment down below about what you thought as well. Do leave a comment about what you thought. I would really like to know what you think. If you are new, maybe think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And if you are new here, go down into that description. You can find all my other social media platforms, and more importantly, you can find my Discord, where you can find all my single player and multiplayer content, join my leagues and tournaments, and also submit all your replays, just like this one. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care.